Virtual consults. A lot of cases, you're going to have 15 minutes with an actual specialist for free. Let's talk about how to make the most use of that 15 minutes. Dr. Raquel, I'm a patient. I called you. Hi, Dr. Raquel. I'm Alice. I've been struggling to conceive for more than 12 months. What do I do? How can you help me?
So I really like to frame the questions very open-ended. And I asked the patients, what brings you here today, or what pushed you to finally say, I need a little more help. So I really give them the floor to tell me their fears, their biggest concerns, what's one tip that they can do to really kickstart their journey. So I really try to make the consultation about you. Whatever you.
I'm really afraid of needles. So can I work with you instead of going the route of IVF?
So I always tell them I am a naturopathic doctor, so I can give you advice on nutrition, on preconception counseling, on things like that. However, whenever it comes to those IVF questions, I definitely tell them to consult other specialists on the app, or refer them to my boss, Dr. Najabadi.
Okay, so what kind of testing should I do with you?
So some of the testing that I can do is hormone testing. So if you want to do period mapping to see how your period could be affecting your fertility, we can also do hormone for premenopausal women. I also, my most popular test is micronutrient testing and heavy metal testing.
What are the heavy metal testing is going to tell me, Dr. Raquel?
So the heavy metal testing looks at the top endocrine disruptors that the World Health Organization classifies as endocrine disruptors. So we looked at lead, mercury, arsenic, cadmium, and tin. And those are the top research heavy metals that can affect fertility.
Is that so? If I have heavy metal toxins, is that why I'm not getting pregnant on my own? My husband has perfect sperm. That's role playing. I'm not married. My husband has perfect sperm. At least he tells me this.
Right. So although it might not be the biggest predictor of fertility, it can definitely be an underlying cause. So it's definitely something we want to address so that we can kind of remove some of those barriers that could be impeding conception.
So if you find that I have heavy metal toxicity and that's one of the things you help me clean up, what do you do with me to clean it up? Is it going to cost me a lot of money?
So no, it does not cost a lot of money, but it takes a lot of effort on your part. So we do a 2-week detox. But with your detox, I'll also give you a diet that encourages your natural detoxification pathways. So it takes a little bit of time, but it's more about you and what you're willing to commit to rid your body of those heavy metals.
I was on this Facebook group recently, Dr. Raquel, and everybody was talking about this mother gene that maybe impacts everybody's ability to detox on their own. What if I'm positive for that? Are you going to be able to help me still?
Yeah, so I think you might be referring to maybe MTHFR or some of that. Yeah. So a lot of people actually have that gene, or that gene is like turned on, like we like to say, and you still can be supported. So what I like to do is, because that is such a major gene, I always give people the active forms of vitamins, or always try to do things to push that pathway. I never like to give people vitamins or supplements that aren't already in their like biologically active form.
Okay, got it. So how long should I work with you before I throw in the towel and I move on to IVF?
So I typically recommend 3 to 6 months of an intervention to just see the best response that you can get. So some people come to me and they're like, I have 2 weeks before my next IVF cycle. What can we do? And my honest answer is not much.
Not much.
Only because it not only does not give you your best chance, but it does not allow naturopathic medicine to fully manifest, to fully work in its goodness. Just like it took you all this time to reach out for help and say you needed a little assistance, you have to give your body that same time.
Okay, got it. So if I work with you, does that mean I might get pregnant on my own, or does that just mean that when I eventually get to IVF, it's going to be more successful?
So that's a very good question. You're such a good role play teacher. But so I've had 2 things happen. So I have had patients, even in my role right now, who have taken, they're like, okay, I've done IVF 3 times. I need to take a break. And I put them on a detox, on a supplement plan, and they get pregnant. That has happened for sure. Yes. Yeah. And then also patients that have done IVF before, they'll work with me before their first egg retrieval. And they'll produce not only more eggs, but more quality eggs to use before their FET. So yeah, so it can definitely work both ways.
Okay, so if I understand this correctly, I'm going to get testing through you that includes hormones, heavy metals, and micronutrients. You're going to optimize me, which might include telling me what types of supplements or things like probiotics and what diet I should take. And then we keep checking in. When do I retest all the hormones and heavy metals and micronutrients to see if it's working, if I'm being a good pupil of yours?
I know. So most of my patients do a retest in 12 weeks. That's when I've seen the mercury levels drop, the micronutrients improve, because I really focus on absorbency and making sure that your gut is functioning properly to absorb the nutrients and get rid of the heavy metals. So I typically recommend about 12 weeks before retesting.
Okay, great. And then at that point, you work with me so that you can assess, okay, you're on the right track. I think, I'm seeing positive signs. Can you hang in there for 3 more months? Or maybe at that point, they should go into IVF.
Right. So at that point, people will normally go into IVF and we just go ahead and retest for good measure. Sure. But after the first 12-week intervention, most patients not only feel better, but their body is functioning better too.
Okay, so that excites me because then I maybe feel like I'm more ready for the hormones that come along with IVF because my body's in better shape and better condition even to get pregnant. So I kind of like that. And it's not an expensive undertaking to go down this path. It can impact your entire life. So I'm kind of enthusiastic about doing this before I even conceive so that I can support even a healthier pregnancy.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Which I know after having been, staying at home for so long, I'm a little thick around the middle, I'm feeling a little toxic. So whether I'm about to do another transfer or not, I think I better come see you pronto. Absolutely. So I think the key takeaway here, everybody, is that you get 15 minutes to understand Dr. Raquel's process as it particularly relates to you. Mm-hmm. She will evaluate whether you are a good candidate to work with her for 12 weeks or not. My assumption is we all should be working with Dr. Raquel right now to clean ourselves up because we're in such a highly toxic environment. We're going to blast this out everywhere, in particular to those we've already matched on our platform to you as a potential candidate. And hopefully that'll kind of answer everybody's questions about how they can drive a 15-minute dialogue that's for free, which is such a gift to everyone. And then they can evaluate whether or not they want to enter this program or just go right to IVF.
Absolutely. Thank you so much to everybody that already reached out. I can't wait to see who's next.
That's awesome. Thank you. This has been your Fertility Tip Tuesday with Alice Crisci, CEO and co-founder, the Fertility Answers app, and my favorite Dr. Raquel, who can work with everybody across the country on cleaning your body up. I think she's getting called right now. We'll see you next week.